Way. Donenge wadhi nagu. Welcome to Conversations with Kaleche. So excited to have you here for yet an amazing episode of these conversations around relationships. My name is Kaleche Mumo, and I'm excited to host you and our guests right here at the Emerald Suites, which are located on Batien Lane off Awings Kodek. Remember, if you're looking for furnished apartments, these are definitely amazing places for you to come and book. Even if nika staycation, if you come, why not? And I'm excited because as well, I love my makeup. Makeup Unmatched has done the face beat, as you can see. I must give them a shout out all the time. And my lovely outfit by Vazi Snazzy. So guys, today is a good day. Today is a day I get to sit down and have a conversation with a friend, a person who really inspires me, a person who has really achieved so much in the Kenyan industry. You've known him for producing great music. I'm talking about the likes of Kambua, Avril, even Willie Paul. When he was Willie Paul, he produced music for these people. And further than that, I've had the opportunity to have him produce sound for a film that I've been on. Yes, you need to check out the movie Life. I am on that movie and the sound is sounding. Everything is working because of this great man. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard him. SaintP! Imagine we've gotten SaintP in the house. SaintP, welcome to Conversations with Kaleche.
Thank you. Such an honor. Sorry, it's not Agwins Kodek.
It's Awings.
Okay, Awings Kodek.
Kwani wewe ulikuwa unaita nini?
Sisi, we are Kenyans. We mention every syllable. Father. Agwins Kodek.
I'm sure that there's another Ajaluo in the room who can agree with you that it should be given the Agwins.
It should be Agwins. Agwins Kodek.
Well, anyway, karibu sana.
Asante sana, mazee.
Yani, me sitting down with SaintP.
Wait. Mimi, it's me sitting down with the one and only Kaleche. Who, when I remember when I first saved your number, I saved it as Kaleche.
With a CHE.
With a CHE. Kaleche.
Ukakuta sio vile inafaa kuwa.
It's Kalekie. I don't know how. No. From mentioning, I don't know.
Listen, we're just, we're just unique. We have our own alphabet. Nyi mko na alphabet yenu?
Actually, I just realized like 3 weeks ago, if you want to write Giriama, listen to, read, you see like the way Nigerians speak and they write their language. I don't know if it's Igbo or Yoruba.
The
way they say it.
Yeah.
Be. Sis pia tuko na ya GB. So yes, we do have an alphabet.
Hamta tuambia. We have not seen it in your names. We do not tambua. Giriama si kama Kiswahili unaisoma vile unaiandika. Iko na mambo yake.
Giriama kigumu sana.
And you know the funny thing is, I have Giriama blood.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
I didn't know.
Yeah. My dad is half Kamba, half Giriama. His mother was Giriama. Can you believe that?
Ndio
maana sikai Mkamba sana.
Ndio maana sasa.
Mkiniangalia niko na ile. Ni jina tu lakini the genes were very strong on that side.
We are always very strong. Fun fact.
Tell me.
Not too many people know.
Yeah.
Our brothers and sisters from Central.
Yeah.
The father of the tunaambiwa walikuwa na watoto wangapi? 9. Wavulana ama wasichana? Walikuwa
wasichana wote.
Sasa walizaa vipi?
Sasa ndo nyinyi mkaingia.
Sisi sasa.
Giriama mko na mambo.
Wale mbegu ilitafutwa Giriama.
And funny enough, we have another Giriama in the room, the lady who's done my face beat. Yeah.
We are, the makeup is makeup.
It's makeuping. Come on. Makeup Unmatched. It's makeuping. Yeah. So SaintP, I invited here not only for us to chapa stories about your family background from that aspect, but also to talk about your love story. And what's amazing about having you is when we did Conversations with Kaleche, the live version, you were there and you were so intrigued to hear the different things I've been through.
Yeah.
So me having you here is like, Saint, you know how deep I went. Today we must go deep.
How deep though?
No, we must. So, I think the first thing I always like to ask people, because I believe we are the sum total of how we were brought up.
Yeah.
whatever we saw informs a greater part of how we relate and what we do in our lives as adults. So when it comes to a love, what's your first encounter from a family perspective? Like growing up, what did you see?
What? Okay, because we are doing honesty.
Yes, we are.
And let me just be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only time I've ever encountered anything called love or whatever, I think it was when my granddad, he passed. He was so amazing. I remember I was 3 years old, and I remember arguing with him. And I was arguing with him, and then he's like, "Sasa huyu mtoto, shida yake ni nini?" Because I grew up speaking like an adult.
Oh, you grew up among adults?
Mimi nataka. No. It's like this and this and this
Yeah.
and this. And then he tells me, you know what? When you grow up, there's something called law. You will find something called law. And that law thing, the person who does that law is someone called a lawyer.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 years old. So as you're growing up,
you will find it.
Make sure you become a lawyer.
Wow.
And so later I come because it was coming from a very, very honest place. And I didn't know who a lawyer was. And I didn't care for that.
At 3 years old, you're arguing with him about things that matter to 3-year-olds.
But for the first time, someone who just saw me,
right,
or maybe saw that and went like, there's potential in this 3-year-old kid. Wow. And I think that's the first and the only time I ever experienced that. Like now when
someone
we talk
who
of
cares
family,
and loves me from a deep perspective.
Me, I didn't grow up seeing anything called that. Growing up in a very broken family.
Okay.
Actually, there's something in our family. 2 things that zinatu challenge sana. Anger and women.
Anger and women.
Anger and women.
And we are here to talk about relationships with women.
So mimi niko na masista. When my sister wakikosana na mabwana wakiwachwa, I support the husband. The husbands, because we are coming from a very. So I grew up, my granddad having 5 wives.
Wow. Okay.
My eldest now mkubwa wa babangu having 11 wives.
Atia.
Yeah, 11 wives. He said, if you guys don't come to my burial, I'm going to be buried by my children. Guess how many kids he has?
How many?
11 wives.
11 wives, alafu kila mtu ako na watoto.
Kila mtu ako na watoto na hawapiti, ni mmoja tu ndo ako na watoto wawili. Because also remember during those years, we were trying to fill up the population.
Of course. So there was a lot of
make sure you give back.
Enough children to keep your name going.
Yeah. So guess how I grew up. And my dad also, being also my dad.
How many children were you around? Were you with your cousins? Did you grow up in a setting where you're in your grandparents' home and then there's every other person, or how was it?
Different people.
Okay.
Yeah, sisi tunaishi mimi, nimezaliwa Dandora, nimekulia hapo.
Yeah.
So it was only us, as a family.
Yeah.
And so us growing up, you survive. We grew up surviving. I don't remember a day where my dad or my mom would say, "Wow, I love you, son." What is that?
Generation.
Which one?
I love you. I paid for you school fees. I bought you food. Is what?
Yeah, and
that's love.
And that's it. And that's it. So I think love for me came from how do you interpret this particular thing that has been done to you. If putting food on the table is love, or if Christmas ikifika
unapata
zawadi ama unapata lengo ya Christmas, that's nini.
That's
but also love. I started buying my own, I started taking care of myself when I was 12 years old, officially, fully.
Saint.
Yeah.
12 years old.
12 years old.
At 12.
12 years old.
I was what was I doing at 12? At 12 is when I was excited to just see, boys exist. That's it. And besides my brothers, that's, that's the time I'm looking at, they exist.
Yeah.
I mean, my mind to imagine that I will take care of myself, that I feed myself or dress myself or do all that was like most 12-year-olds, that's the last thing on your mind. So how did you...
See, you just look for work. I used to work and save money to buy myself clothes at 12 years old.
And was that as a result of the fact that you wanted more for yourself, or what was causing this? Because you're saying...
Because he wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
He wasn't there. Like, I remember I grew up... Okay, so by the time... Which is very funny. So my dad wanted to get married to someone. And so, guy, aki auntie, tansamea, lakini ni sawa, you know? So now he decides to send us to Mombasa.
Okay.
Because now, you know, you have a wife.
Now your mom?
Yeah, my mom.
How many kids were you?
We were 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there are also others. But so
now the ones from your mom, 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
So he decides now to send us to Mombasa.
With your mom?
Yeah, with mom and my 2 brothers.
Okay.
So by the time tunaenda huko, hatuwezi kuja Nairobi, unakuja kudu.
Sisi mko na mama mkae huko.
Mkae huko.
Na yeye ako huku tu.
Yeah, na yeye yuko huku anaendelea mambo yake. So coming to Nairobi was it started becoming like a privilege. It was like a privilege.
It's like almost the way it's Christmas or something special.
Unakaka for 3 years, 4 years alafu unaletwa Nairobi. Yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah.
Na mlikuwa mko huku.
Na tulikuwa tuko huku. So going there now, it's so by the time, so remember, me may grow up differently.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
So my mom felt as if she couldn't manage because nilikuwa weird. Like, how do you have a kid who knows things?
Your mind was already forward thinking from that 3-year-old, like you've said.
I was too far. So she decides,
Uh-huh.
So she decides to she tells the sister, now my auntie, anaitwa Menyoka. Very, yani huo ndo alikuwa mkali kichizi. Kanambia
dawa yenu.
Wewe nenda nikae kwa Menyoka. Na Menyoka naye ameolewa, yani sasa ni Uislamuni kule. And you know me, I'm a Christian.
Right.
So now going there. So there it's only skuku, it's only Idi. Hakuna Christmas, hakuna chanyanya yake nani. But then you realize when that time comes, you know, there's no one to
gift you the way it used to happen. And you already had the experience.
Yeah. There's nothing. And Christmas now, huku siezi enda hata huko. Because now, even for me to survive at my auntie's place, I had to become a Muslim for me to survive. Because now, during Ramadan, if you've not fasted, you are not getting food, you will have to wait for everyone to finish eating, and whatever
remains
you eat. So you see now surviving there, especially for a 6-year-old kid. Alafu sasa huko watu hawali, yani even the way we used to eat, there's nothing like ati watoto wanapewa food peke yao. You eat as a...
So whoever who has nguvu,
food ikitake 5 minutes kaleche. 5 minutes.
Na wewe uko 6 years old utaweza
wacha nikwambie, by the time nikifanya hivi, nimemwaga hivi, nikule hivi, nikienda hivi.
It's like that meme video that Karis Memes did where ati anapoza nyama yake akipunduka, the whole
wacha nikwambie, like that's how it was. So even I had to now, that's when now I learned how to survive. Because I realized that now if I expect people to say, huyu ni mtoto mdogo, you know, huyu ni mtoto mdogo,
apewe kwanza.
Yes, so now you have to be like, sasa you match the
energy of the people.
So my 18-year-old uncles that we were eating together, I had to match
and
their
you're
energy.
6 years old?
6, 7. So 6, 7, 8, 9,
So
10,
no wonder by 12 you're like, hey,
11,
I gotta do this to survive.
Because I realized, like, okay, mom can't tell me anything. Dad does not care.
Right.
You see? Right. There's no money. Ati hakuna pesa yenye mom nikienda shule
atakugawia ati sijui ya kwenda shule.
Because I'm not there. Yeah. And even to make even matter worse now, because now I had to become a Muslim. So that Ramadan ikifika pia mimi nifunge. So that I also eat on the table. You understand? So kwenye mama alikuwa, they are staunch Christians. Ni kama Mungu alikuwa anaishi after ceiling yao ni Mungu yuko hapo juu.
Like proper.
So yeah, so now even them they learned this guy has become Muslim, and they're like, no, you are not welcome here. You understand?
But, so you know, I'm sorry, but that's really breaking my heart. So you couldn't explain to your mom that you're doing this to survive, and she understands you, and even teteas you. I mean, that's
even mom herself was also going through the issues
things
that she was also going through.
Yeah.
You know, having 3 kids that one unatumiwa lakini wazazi wetu wenyewe walikuwa wanajaribu, you know, anatumiwa kama 1000.
As an adult now I know as an adult now you see it.
Yes, yeah. I do understand.
Right.
So now mom had to now start selling machapo. Like my mom was so good at cooking chapatis.
Wow.
Mpaka yani alikuwa anaitwa mama chapati.
Wow.
Mpaka yani I remember when I finished form 4 cause sasa alianza kuwa na issue na ugonjwa wa moyo na nini. You see, so I used to help her akande
ndo kwa maana ukakuwa chef. Bongela.
Mimi chapati zangu 6 layers.
What happened? You didn't bring chapatis there. Here, I
will come with them next time. Yeah.
Next time we will do a cooking version of this.
We need to.
So for you, your first encounters with even love at home was not that it's I just love you because I love you. It's if I do something for you, then you'll know I love you.
So that's why now I started doing things for myself, because also interpretation for our say one, because I remember there's a time my cousin was telling me I had a dream. Nikiota nilikuwa naota nikimwambia amwambie babake aninunulie nguo za sikukuu. Like niliota nikisema
the whole dream.
And then he was laughing at me. Then he'll catch. You know. Then even at now when now I'm 12 years old now, you see now, because also I was very very tiny.
Yeah.
So for you to actually earn even the respect, because love was not in for me, I knew respect.
That's what you wanted.
Yes, I wanted respect.
Okay.
Yani, I don't have, but meaning I'll have to be extra good at something for me to earn that respect.
Pushed you to work harder and harder.
So at 12 years old, hapo ndo nimeanza. Now we had a crew of young kids, 12-year-olds, 13, 14, 15. Sasa tukaanza kuwa waizi yani. We just go to Mombasa, tuna pickpocket yani. Tuna pickpocket mbaya.
Ndio mpate ati sasa ndio kitu yenu ya kusema hii ni yangu.
Ni yangu ndio nipate do.
And I'm not sharing.
Ndio nikuje Gikomba ninunue hizo mtumba za Gikomba.
My goodness.
Do you know how it felt so amazing graduating from Korogocho, buying clothes at Korogocho, and then you go to Gikomba?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, so you had to be like the worst. So if kama watu hawasikii, you had to be the worst. Guess the first time I started smoking.
I'm not sure I want to do that. I think it is better you tell us yourself.
I started smoking cigarettes at 3 years old.
We wacha say that. Tunafunga hii show. Hii ni nini ananiambia?
And even graduating more to other things when I was 12 years old.
Donenge wadhi nagu. Wadhi woke we muito nagu. Hey.
In fact, there's a time I remember telling my dad, he's late now, and I remember when he was, he had a meeting. He called me for a meeting one time, and then he's like, son, unaanza kuwa mzee sasa. So nioe. And then I remember telling, because also me and my dad, we were not at we were not.
You were not seeing eye to eye.
No, we were not seeing eye to eye.
And based on that's the history you've given us, I can understand.